Hello, this is our third problem for chapter 1, problem 141, using the accounting equation for transaction analysis. The accounting equation is assets equals liabilities plus equity. This is the question. Cameron Turnbull started a new business, Turnbull Gymnastics, and completed the following transactions during December. So we have a set of transactions and I need to analyze them. So I need to identify the effects of each transaction on the accounting equation. For each transaction, minimum 2 accounts will be affected, okay? Regardless of the account type. Is it an asset, liability, or equity account? Okay, so let's see. Now there is a link in the description. You can print this file, okay? So for December 1st, Cameron contributed 21,000 cash in exchange for capital. So now you need to identify what are the accounts affected and are these accounts under assets, liabilities, or equity. So contributed means invested. So capital will be affected. What did I contribute? Here he said I contributed cash in exchange for capital. So the business cash increased. And also the capital for this business will increase my equity. So cash is an asset, capital is an equity account. Now, on December 2nd, received 2,400 cash from customers for services performed. So again, received cash. So this is the first account affected. Received means my cash went up, okay? From customers for services performed. Performed means it's earned, provided. So I need to record what? I need to record revenue. It's revenue. On December 5th, paid $350 cash for office supplies. I paid cash, so my cash decreased. For office supplies, to buy office supplies, so my office supplies increased. Both are assets. On December 9th, performed services for a customer. Performed services, يعني it's provided, so it is revenue. You need to record revenue account here. And billed the customer for services rendered. Rendered يعني provided. So billed means I did not receive my cash yet. Okay? I'm the one who's providing the service, so I need to receive money. Here I billed them. I billed the customer, which means I'm gonna receive my money later, which means it's accounts receivable. On December 10th, received $100 invoice for utilities due in 2 weeks. So I did not receive cash, I received invoice. Invoice for utilities. Utilities means electricity and water bill. So I use the utilities, okay? I use the electricity and the water, okay? So it's an expense account. Since I received an invoice, it means I used those utilities. So it's an expense account. Did I pay? No, it's due in 2 weeks. It means I need to pay in the future. So it's gonna be accounts payable. On December 15th, paid for advertising in the local paper $300. Paid means cash, decreased. For advertising, advertising is an expense account. On December 20, paid utility invoice received on December 10th. So it's related to December 10th. I paid. Again, paid means my cash decreased. I paid for utility invoice received on December 10th. So I did not pay for utilities expense. I paid for the invoice. So as we said, on December 10th, it's utilities expense and we record it as accounts payable because I did not pay it yet. Now on 20th, I paid. So I paid my debts. I paid the accounts payable. So accounts payable will go down. On December 25th, collected cash in full from customer billed on December 9th. So collected cash, so my cash increased. From customer billed on December 9th. So let's go back to December 9th. On December 9th, performed services for a customer and billed the customer for services rendered. So now on 25th, I did not provide service for this customer again. I collected the accounts receivable. Okay, so now accounts receivable balance will go down because I received the amount due from this customer, which is the 1,500. On December 28th, paid rent for the month 2,800. Paid means cash will go down. I paid for what? For rent. Rent, it's an expense account. On December 28th again, paid 1,100 to assistant for wages. Paid means your cash will go down. To assistant for wages. Wages means salaries, but wages normally will be per hour. Okay, so you need to know how many hours did your assistant work for this month, then you're gonna pay. While for the salary, it's fixed amount each month. On December 30, received 2,800 cash from customers for services performed. So I received cash, so my cash increased. For services performed means provided, so it's gonna be revenue earned. Last transaction on December 31st, Cameron withdrew 4,500. So this is the owner, he withdrew money for the personal use. Withdrew means it's withdrawal and he took from the business cash, so my cash will go down. So this is the accounting equation analysis table. As you can see here, we have assets equals liabilities plus equity. Under assets, we had 3 accounts: cash, accounts receivable, and office supplies. Under liabilities, we have only accounts payable for this question. Under equity, we have 4 main accounts, which are capital less withdrawals plus revenues less expenses. As you can see here, we have more than one type of expense account. So let's start. For the first transaction, on December 1st, he said that the company or the owner contributed 21,000 cash in exchange for capital. So we said the business cash will go up. So I'm gonna write it down here under cash. I'm gonna write plus 21,000, and capital will always increase my equity. As we said before, capital and revenues increase equity, while withdrawals and expenses decrease equity. So for the capital, it will increase your equity by the same amount. As you can see, your accounting equation is still in balance. Okay. Now on December 2nd, received 2,400 cash from customers for services performed. So I received cash, so the business cash increased by 2,400. The second account affected is service revenue, and it will increase my equity by 2,400. So as you can see, my accounting equation is still balanced. On December 5th, paid $350 cash for office supplies. I paid cash, so my cash decreased by $350, while my office supplies increased by $350. So as you can see, your accounting equation still balanced. Both accounts are under assets, so they should go with the opposite direction. On December 9th, perform services for a customer. So we said it's service revenue. So under service revenue, it will always increase your equity. So it's gonna always be positive by 1,500. And billed the customer, which means I did not receive my money yet. So I'm gonna receive them later. So under accounts receivable, I'm gonna increase my balance by 1,500. It's gonna increase because you're gonna create a balance for this customer. Once you receive your money, you're gonna decrease this account or this balance. On December 10th, received $100 invoice for utilities due in 2 weeks. So I received an invoice, so we said it's gonna be utilities expense, and expenses will always decrease equity. As you can see, it's negative. So negative $100. Did I pay cash? No, not yet. So I'm gonna pay in the future. I'm gonna pay within 2 weeks. So my accounts payable will go up. My liabilities will increase by 100. As you can see, your accounting equation still balanced. On December 15th, paid for advertising in the local paper $300. I paid, so my cash decreased by 300. I paid for what? I paid for advertising. So advertising, it's an expense account. As we said before, expenses will always decrease equity. So it's negative. So my accounting equation still balanced. On December 20, paid utility invoice received on December 10th. I paid, so my cash will go down. Okay? And the amount is 100. Okay, so this one is related to this transaction. And I paid my debts, I paid my liabilities, so my accounts payable will go down. As you can see, your accounting equation still balanced. On December 25th, collected cash in full from customer billed on December 9th. So collected cash, so my cash increased by 1,500. Again, it's related to transaction December 9th. Now, did I provide service again to this customer? No. I received what they owe. So my accounts receivable will go down. As you can see, your accounting equation still balanced. On December 28th, paid rent for the month 2,800. Paid, so your cash will go down by 2,800. I paid for what? I paid for rent and expenses decrease equity, so it's negative 2,800. On December 28th again, paid 1,100 to assistant for wages. Paid means your cash will go down by 1,100. Wages means salaries expense, so it will decrease your equity by 1,100. Again, your accounting equation is balanced. On December 30, received 2,800 cash from customers for services performed. So your cash will go up by 2,800 and service revenue will increase your equity by the same amount. Last transaction on December 31st, Cameron withdrew 4,500. So my cash will go down by 4,500 and withdrawals will decrease your equity by 4,500. Now we are done with the transactions. We need to find the balance for each column, for each account. Now these are the balances for each account. So to double check your answers, your total assets should equal your liabilities plus equity. So let's check. So my total assets was 18,900. My liabilities plus equity is also 18,900. These are equal, then it's balanced. So if it's not balanced, you might made a mistake, okay, and you need to check your balances again. If your balances are correct, then you need to check your transactions. You need to make sure that for each transaction the accounting equation is still balanced. So if one account is under assets, for example, and the second account is under equity, so one before the equal, one after the equal, they should go in the same direction. Both should increase or both should decrease to keep the equation balanced. But if both accounts are under assets, for example, are before the equal sign, so they should go with the opposite directions. One will decrease, one will increase. Hope that it's helpful and you understood everything. Thank you for watching. If you have any question, please leave a comment. Please like, share and subscribe.